Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Shit's about to hit the fan. Welcome to Unsanctioned Thursdays on Wrestling with Freddie.
What's up, everyone? Welcome back here to Wrestling with Freddie. It is Unsanctioned Thursday, and it is me. It is producer Alex. You guys are not used to me talking. I'm sorry. Most of the time, I'm either reading questions that you guys send in to the guys, or I'm in the background just in the guys' ears telling them the notes of the show and keeping them in line. And you know how it is, the producer world. If you guys are producers out there, and some of you are, say what's up. You know, it's a tough job, but someone has to do it. And by the way, Freddie and Jeff are the most professional two podcasters I know. They are really good at what they do. We watch every single wrestling show. We are in a group chat, just always chatting it up. And I do think that their opinions, specifically Freddie's, hey, no hate, Jeff, but Freddie, who has worked in the industry for WWE, is essential in this business. And it's always good to hear his take on all the storylines. And that's what we pride ourselves on our show. As many of you know, there's a lot of wrestling shows out there. Most of them love to talk wrestling like we all do, and we all love to listen to. But ours is on its own little genre. We love to talk storytelling. We love to talk about everything that goes on in the world of professional wrestling within the storyboards. And, you know, that's why we watch wrestling. And that's why we're praising AEW so much nowadays, because they have really stepped up on their storytelling. Matches are great too, by the way. You can tell an entire story within a match as well. But we like the lead in and the lead out of each story. But talking about stories, I'm talking about the leading in and leading outs. Today, I, producer Alex, I'm putting together this show, this specific Unsanctioned Thursday, as a love letter to a legend. I'm talking about John Cena. Now, he has just about less than a month left as a in-ring entertainer. So I wanted to put this together and put it out there. And I'd love to get you guys' take on this piece that I wrote and I put together for the one and only John Cena. Now, today's episode is dedicated to one of the greatest ever to lace up a pair of boots. 20 plus years of storytelling, championships, heartbreak, surprises, and moments that shaped an entire generation of fans. Now, this isn't just a recap of his career. It's a thank you, a quiet nod to a man who gave everything to this industry. So, why don't we start in the beginning? Now, John Cena debuted on June 27th, 2002 on SmackDown. He walked right up to Kurt Angle, an Olympic gold medalist, and said the words nobody expected. Ruthless aggression. And then he slapped him, because that's what you do in pro wrestling. Cena didn't win that night, but it didn't matter. The message was sent. He was young, hungry, and trying to survive in a locker room full of giants. Brock, Taker, Big Show, Edge, Angle, Eddie. Little do people know that he was almost fired. That's something people forget. WWE didn't know what to do with him. But then, during a European tour, he started rapping on the bus. And that's when everything changed. Vince heard it. Creative heard it. Fans heard it. The prototype became the doctor of thugonomics. And suddenly the kid who almost got cut became the loudest voice in the room. Let's talk about the Doctor of Thugonomics era. His baggy jerseys, padlocks, freestyles that walked the line every week. This era made Cena a star because he finally felt like himself. He wasn't playing a character. he was living one. He battled Booker T, Big Show, RVD, JBL. He won the United States Championship and made it feel cool again. He carried a spinner belt. He cut promos that were funny, disrespectful, and sharp. Crowds started chanting with him. And then he hit the ceiling. He wasn't just a mid-card rapper anymore. He was the guy. Which brings us to main event Ascension, the face of WWE. WrestleMania 21, Cena versus JBL. Cena wins his first WWE championship. And from that moment on, everything changed. For almost 15 years straight, he was the top guy. The company ran through him. Pay-per-view after pay-per-view. Main event after main event. Merch, crowds, Make-A-Wish, the whole thing. Cena became the heartbeat of WWE. His most memorable rivals from this era? Edge, probably the rivalry that defined him the most. Randy Orton, 2 careers locked together forever. Batista, the Choose Your Destiny feud. CM Punk, Money in the Bank 2011. What an iconic match. The Rock, 2 WrestleManias. Once in a lifetime, twice. Brock Lesnar, the beatdown in 2014 that felt like a crime scene. And through it all, Cena carried the weight like a pro. Now, let's talk about his championships. This dude has a resume of a legend. He was WWE Undisputed and World Heavyweight Champion 17 times combined. He was WWE United States Champion 5 times. Just recently, he was an Intercontinental Champion. He won it on November 10th. WWE Tag Team Champion with The Miz and then with David Otunga. He was World Tag Team Champion twice, once with Batista and Shawn Michaels. Money in the Bank winner in 2012. Royal Rumble winner in 2008 and 2013. 10 Slammy Awards in total. He also has the most Make-A-Wish wishes ever granted. Whether people booed him or cheered him, they respected him. But all this didn't come without its ups and downs. Cena's career wasn't perfect. He was pushed hard, sometimes too hard. Crowds got tired of the Super Cena. They booed him, yelled at him, turned all their backs on him. But he never cracked. He showed up every single week. He worked through injuries, the torn triceps, the neck issues, the elbow surgeries, bruised everything. He evolved when he needed to. You guys remember the US Open Challenge era? That was the rebirth of Cena. A workhorse run where he had banger matches with Cesaro, Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens, Rollins, Neville. That run reminded fans he wasn't just a promo machine. He was a wrestler, and a damn good one. Let's talk about his character evolutions. Cena had 3 major versions of his character. The rookie with ruthless aggression, trying to survive and proving that he belonged. He was also the Doctor of Thugonomics, a swagger-filled heel anti-hero who won the crowd by accident. Then he became the franchise, the company ace, everything the brand stood for: loyalty, respect, hustle, work ethic. He kept the colors bright. He kept the message simple. And over time, kids loved him. Adults respected him. And WWE leaned on him to keep the machine running. He had a transition, though, a transition to Hollywood. That was his next chapter. Cena started taking small movie roles. The Marine, 12 Rounds. Nothing crazy. But years later, he hit comedy with Trainwreck. And people realized, wait a second, John Cena is funny. Then came Blockers, Bumblebee, Fast 9, Suicide Squad, and his breakout role as Peacemaker, which turned into a full HBO Max series. Cena became what everyone said he never would be, a legit crossover star. But through all of it, he never abandoned wrestling. He kept coming back. Big matches, surprise returns. He put over younger talent. He showed up even when he didn't have to, which leads us to the final run, the Goodbye Tour. And now, as he approaches the end, every appearance feels heavier. Every promo feels like a chapter closing. Every match feels like a thank you. He looks at the camera with that tired smile, the one that's seen absolutely everything. And you can tell he's proud of what he built. WWE is holding this tournament for his final opponent. Fans are waiting to see who gets that honor. Who gets to be the last name in the last match of John Cena. But no matter who it is, Cena will make them better. Because that's what he does. John Cena is more than the championships, more than the slogans, more than the bright colors and the merch and the catchphrases. He is the blueprint for what showing up looks like, for what commitment looks like, for what carrying a company on your back for 2 decades looks like. He inspired kids who needed something to believe in. He broke records just by caring about people. He made wrestling feel big, even on the nights it felt small. He wasn't perfect. He wasn't always loved, but he was always there, always giving, always trying. And as he closes this chapter, we get to say something simple. Thank you, Cena, for everything, for every moment, for every match, for every time you showed us what hustle, loyalty, and respect actually mean. Friends, thanks for spending this time with me as we looked back on the incredible career of John Cena. If you enjoyed this episode, hit the subscribe button. Share it with someone who grew up watching him too. Make sure you follow us on our official Instagram account, Wrestling with Freddie. Hit that follow button on there. Let us know what you think, what you love, everything, what you hate. Leave us a review right here on Apple Podcasts and on Spotify. We read them. And Jeff might, as Freddie always says, whether it's good or bad, Jeff might go ahead and pick up on it and read it live on the air. Listen, let's just end this in the spirit of Cena. Never give up. Keep going. Keep listening. This is Wrestling with Freddie on Unsanctioned Thursday.